Hey, you guys, this is the pilot episode of a video series that our intrepid Jason Gallagher created called 21 Bakery. We'll likely shoot a bunch more of these in the fall, but our very first episode was with tomorrow's guest, Kevin Huerter. Please check out this episode of 21 Bakery. We enjoyed making this, and check out the full episode with Kevin and Alex Caruso tomorrow.
Why do you think JJ hates the Kings?
I have my answer.
I'm gonna ask you questions.
Okay.
Each question, you get a point. I'm the judge of if the question's good or not.
I can only get 1 point or I can get multiple points?
Multiple points. You can get, there are 5 pointers in this.
Okay.
There are 6 pointers. There are 21 pointers.
There's 21
You can
pointers
get out of here
this?
in like a second.
And it all just like adds up?
It all adds up. First up is read this in your best movie trailer guy voice.
The love of his life, dead. His son, kidnapped. Life, super grim. And just when all hope seemed to be lost, he found life at a bakery. Now, over savory sweets and coffee, there's no coffee, Tim. He's face to face with the only man who can set things right. Coming summer 2023, Kevin Huerter stars in Red Velvet Brand, baby. Come on now.
That's a 3-ball.
There it is.
Cake, pie, or cookies.
It's got to be cookies. Cookies, they're handheld. They're super easy to eat. I feel like cake or pie, it's like a decision. Like you have to be in the mood to really eat cake or pie.
I disagree, so you're gonna get 1.
That's crazy.
Here's my next question about your Red Velvet brand.
Okay.
Is there a deeper meaning to it other than your hair?
When you think of Red Velvet, obviously you got the hair color worked in, but I think it matches my game. It's smooth, maybe a little subtle, but right when it touches the palate, you fully get to taste it. It's everything you want.
I'll give you some points.
Okay.
But I was looking for a different answer. So your nickname Kayvon had some implications to it.
Yes.
We call him Kayvon in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? K with an apostrophe V-O-N. Kayvon. Yeah, that's it. But anyway,
Red Velvet. What is it made out of? What is red velvet cake?
It is.
Chocolate cake.
It is chocolate cake.
So is there a little bit of...
Kayvon is my Atlanta flair. Atlanta teammates gave that, when the ball was going in. But it is a good point. It is like...
I'm just saying. If you could pick one person to narrate a documentary about your life.
Leonardo DiCaprio, greatest
It's a
single
4-pointer.
actor of all time. 4-pointer. I'm a big The Revenant. I think that's low-key a really good movie. I think Tom Hardy is also phenomenal.
Well, Tom Hardy.
Titanic is classic.
You don't want anything to eat?
These do look good. No coffee on the table though for you.
I ordered coffee, and I'm paid for coffee.
What kind of coffee?
Black.
Just straight black coffee.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's overcompensating for the fact that I don't have a hairy chest. Maybe, I don't know.
Did you start right away with black coffee? Or did you like?
Yeah. And then I switched to English tea, because I was trying to be cool. Went back to coffee.
Gotcha.
And from a pot, I don't want any...
You're like your own pot at home. You're making your own tea.
Facts. What's an internet deep dive you've been on recently?
I went down a rabbit hole a couple months ago looking up just like Kings history. Playoff appearances, old players. I was trying to connect the dots. Everyone talks about this team or that team, and I didn't have like a chronological timeline in my head of how things happened.
Right. The Kings history is good, especially because there's some controversy.
Yes, definite. Kings fans have a lot of trauma in their life.
Correct.
Especially when it comes to the Lakers, when it comes to the Warriors.
Okay. Wait, you get a point.
Yeah, that's a 3-pointer.
All right. Okay. If you could get rid of one word in NBA/sports discourse, what would it be?
One word.
One word. Or phrase, or sentence.
That's a good question. Yeah, let me hear yours first.
Mine is probably Jordan versus LeBron. Shoot it into the sun.
Well, what's your take on it?
Don't care. Depends on what you value. It's all subjective.
It is. I guess I would play off of that. Maybe it's not a word or phrase. I'm sick and tired of old heads hating on this newer generation or talking like things were different back then than they are now, or talking like different problems back then don't exist now.
Right.
I just think it's a cheap argument, and it happens way too much, especially at the NBA level. So maybe not a word or phrase, but...
You took my answer, so You're
staying at
awarded
14.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Didn't really answer the
So
question.
sorry.
I'll take it.
Okay. Say something positive about the refs.
About the refs. I will say the refs, they do try to have a relationship with you. You know, you see them around in the hotel, they say hi. I'm a guy, I try really hard to remember their names. They get a lot of hate, but I think they make an attempt, almost all of them, to have a relationship with you.
I love that answer.
It's one of those things, like, I've had a relationship, I have a ref in this league I think I'm closer with than most. And it was like, saw him before a game a couple games ago. It was like, hey, first time you're doing our game, what's up? It's like 2 in a row bad calls you had. I mean, it's like, yo, like, I thought we were cool. Like, what? You owe me now like 3 makeups. What are we doing?
Yeah, you get points. That's good. Remembering names is good. Do you remember my name?
Of course.
What's the most gratifying shot of your life? Not the best shot of your life, but like something that like just felt really good. Do you remember being like, yes?
Gratifying game is definitely that playoff game, Game 7. I'd say the most gratifying shot would have been my rookie year. I was in that building. We were in Philly. I think JJ was on the team, actually. Joel sat out. I think I hit a 3 with maybe it was like 30 seconds left to put us up. It was a game that we weren't supposed to win. It was like my first coming out, my first 25-plus game.
Right.
The reactions from the Sixer bench, that was a team. They had like Jimmy, they had Ben Simmons, they had Joel. You could tell when I hit it, it was kind of like, who the hell is this white boy? Like, we don't even know his name. Like, definitely thought it was some fluke shot. We ended up winning the game in Philly. So I think that was probably the most single gratifying. We'll go with that.
Any shade at JJ gets you points.
Yes.
Why do you think JJ hates the Kings?
I have my answer.
He actually sent in a question.
I had one question for you. That is, what do you think is more likely, that there are parallel universes or that we are living in a simulation? Something to consider.
I would go with living in a simulation. I think our universe is so big and widespread. There aren't other universes. I just think it's all our universe.
Wow.
But simulation, there's way too many coincidences that exist in this world. You know, like play X amount of games and all the numbers add up, you know, that go on the NBA, the pyramids, all the wonders of the world. Like, there's so many different things that I could see a simulation being real.
So this is a frequent conversation JJ and I actually have.
Yeah.
And I've come to the conclusion that when your job is what it is for y'all,
Yeah.
I think it helps him get through some things to think that there are like alternate universes.
It's talking about a rabbit hole. That's the things you go on late at night and you're just scouring YouTube looking for videos to justify parallel universes.
Because I blew all my questions on dumb things.
Yes.
You get 1 point. All right. Use light the beam in a pickup line, and you are free to pass.
Use light the beam in a pickup line. I'm not good at pickup lines.
All right, no points.
I actually got the best pickup line. I want to hear it. You ready?
Yeah.
You walk up to somebody, country road.
What?
Country road.
Okay. What's the pickup line?
So it didn't work. Say it didn't work. Usually you say country road. What do you think right when you hear country road?
Country road. Oh, John, take me home.
Bang. There it is.
That
Take
took
me
a
home,
long
light the
time to
beam.
get to, I gotta be honest.
Okay. You just blew
But
it.
I will say that if she answers correctly, then you found the one.
Then you did.
Yeah,
then you did. Right
like,
away, it's like
it's a targeted one.
you win. It is very targeted. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Finish this sentence, okay? Scoring 11 points in a normal NBA game is really solid and respectable. Scoring 11 points in a game that is 175 to 176 is what?
Is also respectable if you factor in that I wasn't included in the fourth quarter or the 2 overtimes, and Malik Monk was absolutely unconscious for. Well, if you play it,
Yeah.
me and Malik combined for 56.
Yeah.
So we both had 30.
That's true.
Bang. Sometimes 11. I did my job. The team did their job. Malik did everyone's job for him. Fox contributed just a light 40 as well. So yeah,
It's pretty sick.
as long as we're lighting the beam.
Hey, you get 21, and I'll just say that game was crazy. And I was just, my most generic thing is just like, how crazy was that?
It was wild. For all the lazy, casual basketball NBA fans,
Preach.
if there's one game to go watch, you have to go watch that. It is like the highest level basketball, the shot making. Everyone's like, oh, they played no defense. Kings played no defense. Clippers, like, seriously, go watch that game and tell me if there was no defense played. And you're going to be like, offensively was like the highest level game I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you got 21.
21.
Congratulations.
There it is.
It technically beat me then? I don't know.
21, yeah. Oh, we were competing this whole time? How did you break your pinky?
Playing basketball.
There's your question, is breaking a pinky athletic or is it unathletic?
Anyways, thanks for coming on.
Problem, thank you guys.